You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
We're trotting out and bettering people's racist, sexist, bigoted stereotypes.
And their colleagues have distorted the facts.
Take the worst I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Hunter Biden is not above the law. We want to send him to the DOJ, and we want to trust the DOJ to do their job.
I want my Republican colleagues to give me one thing, that I can go campaign on and say we did.
The bill, as I say, codifies one definition of anti-Semitism. A definition that the author says shouldn't be codified.
RICO is not a crime. They want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
Leadership of the plans to get them back into chambers. That would have been call number 3 with Speaker Pelosi.
You didn't have one call, you didn't have 2 calls, you had 3 calls. So Speaker Pelosi's comments that she didn't speak to were inaccurate.
That is correct, sir.
Welcome to the Off Label Podcast, your daily dose of sanity in an insane world. Looks like Kristi Noem says that Trump wants to remake FEMA. He doesn't want to dismantle it. He just wants to reform it into something a little different from what it is now after the debacles and everything that they've done with the natural disasters here in this country. Maybe we need to take a look at that. Let's see what they got planned with that. We also got a judge sending in an injunction to block random immigration raids in Los Angeles County because it's racist. I swear to God, it's racist. They're picking people to ship out of the country based on the color of their skin, apparently. And we got looks like Elmo's account was hacked on X, started spreading some real anti-Semitic shit, and called for the unaliving of all Jews. We're going to take a look at that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a damn good little section of information. We're just going to throw a lot of shit at you. Not real quick. We'll break it all down, but it's just going to come hard and it's going to come heavy because we're back in the flow of things. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get this shit started right.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
She gonna be doing 25 all the way home, and the first fucking pothole she hits, that thing is gone.
Forgot to change the cameras beforehand, but I just gotta say this. Bitch, you had it in the vehicle. The seats lay down. What you had to do was lay the seats down and push 4 inches, and you could have closed the gate. Yet you took it upon yourself to grab some skateboards, put this shit into your vehicle all the way the fuck in, and then pull it out to put it on skateboards, strap it to your vehicle, and then drive away. Something really says that was just a skit. Somebody set that shit up. But then again, mankind is retarded, so I want to believe it.
I just, like you said, it was in. All she had to do was lift it up a little more. Like, and the guy's like, it's too hot. I'm not going to help. Well, you know, feminism, equal rights. There you go. Enjoy, madam.
Right.
Enjoy. But the first fucking pothole you hit, that thing is going for a fucking ride. Enjoy that.
Speed bump. All different types of shit.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? We got Rhoda with us. Ken, Erlen. That's it. We'll pull some more in. We got Be the One, Dark Knight, and Scott over there starting us out. Davey, let me ask you a question.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Been here a while? No? Okay. Yeah.
What do you think of FEMA?
They're useless. I mean, ever since that last storm in North Carolina, where the stories were coming about, and I mean, even if you don't hear the stories, the fact that you saw a fucking an Apache helicopter flying right above where people had supplies and blowing the supplies all over the place.
Dude.
And the stories of people not helping people because of certain signs on their lawns. Yeah. I'd say they're pieces of shit.
Okay.
And they deserve to be revamped.
I'd say since Katrina, they ain't done shit right. And we're giving them billions upon billions of fucking dollars for everybody in Maui to get $700 per fucking household. Not per person, per fucking household. North Carolina got fucked. Like you said, they blew away supplies that people were actually getting together themselves to get aid in there, giving relief off the actual taxpayers' fucking dollar, and they still said, no, fuck you, we're doing this anyway, and then did absolutely jack shit dick, including making sure that any Trump supporter didn't get any help. That was an actual directive from them. So yeah, we got this right here. Let's just play the video. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says Trump wants FEMA remade, not dismantled. Noem and Trump have floated getting rid of the agency, which administers emergency relief. What emergency relief? Billions upon billions of fucking dollars of my money went in there. And then you said, no, we blew it all. All these natural disasters that we're having now, we don't have the fucking money for. You get $700 per household, $650 unless you're a Trump supporter. All that shit. Billions of dollars in their fucking budget. Where did it go? Oh, yeah. It went overseas.
Supposedly, also, I saw one report, but you know how we believe the news, was that you had to go online. Well, that's what these people were saying also. You have to go online and apply for it. And if you get it, you might have to end up paying it back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you had to pay it back.
It was a loan.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to divert for a second. This man knows what he's doing. Remember when you got mad about us giving more defensive weapons to to Ukraine?
Yeah.
You saw what happened, right?
With what?
NATO's paying for it.
Oh yeah.
NATO's now going to pay for it. We're going to manufacture it. We're going to send it over. So I said to you, I told you, there's something up his sleeve that I knew it wasn't going to be because he doesn't talk right. He talks retarded. He talks like a retarded 80-year-old man, because that's what he is. He just says, like with the bleach thing, he just says, isn't there some kind of disinfectant that you put inside you and blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can just douse everybody with UV lights. Oh, what came out a year and a half later?
What's still out that you can find on shelves? Oh, yeah. Put your phone in here. We'll clean it by UV rays. So, yeah. So the man, like, and then Bongino said he wasn't, Bongino went into work today. Kash Patel says he wasn't quitting if Bongino quits. Like, this is all the news is just fucking, they just want to stir this shit up. That's all.
Well,
that's all they're doing.
Kash Patel did say those were unfounded fucking rumors and conspiracy theories. He did admit that. He said he ain't leaving.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I still feel like Bondi just wants to be in front of a TV. If she wants to be in front of the TV, give her that job. She can be the press secretary, goddammit.
I hear you, but I think Rob is right. Rob was right when he said that he doesn't think that she's going to be in front of the TV for a while. And I don't think she probably will.
Well, then do
be.
your fucking job while you got that time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody's pissed off about the fucking Epstein list.
It's not only that, dude. How much have we seen? Everything that has come up. Now we're in a position to make these fucking wrongs a right, and this bitch just wants to sit there in front of the fucking TV blowing you? No, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Unless she gets back up on the fucking job and actually starts doing something, I'm done with that shit. I'm just going to call it the way I see it. She has done nothing since the Epstein shit happened. She has done nothing but sit in front of a fucking TV. And then all of a sudden, it's on my desk. No, there ain't nothing there.
Yeah. And then for Trump to come out and say that it was made up by Hillary Clinton and somebody like...
Yeah. No, fuck that.
It was orchestrated. No, there's a list. There's a list, and we deserve to know who's on the list. I don't
care
fuck
what it brings the fuck down.
Yeah, it could bring good. It brings the movie industry down, the music industry down. Good. Then you have all these brand new artists that'll come up.
You rebuild an industry, and you make sure it's not pedophilic in nature. You rebuild the country and make sure it's not pedophilic in nature, UK. What are you doing?
I had to wipe my screen. It was blurry. I don't know why. But yeah, no, I mean, you're right. You rebuild it. I mean, look how many fucking independent artists there are now. People just putting shit on fucking TikTok, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they blow up.
Right.
But yeah, let's go back to this. I had it in my head. I was like, yeah, that's right. I saw that the Bongino thing and the Kash Patel thing. But yeah, stay out of the front of the TV and fucking do what we asked you to do.
Right. Get this shit together. I don't want to hear about how it's on your fucking desk and then a couple months later you're like, no, it ain't. We never had it in the first five. What? I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself.
What up, Rhoda?
Joining me now is Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Secretary Noem, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
Thank you for being here after a remarkably busy week. I did have an opportunity to speak with President Trump by phone. He did praise your response to the floods in Texas. There are obviously a lot of questions, though, so I want to talk to you about some of those, including about a rule that you recently implemented. It reportedly requires that every FEMA contract, every grant over $100,000 be personally approved by you. Now, officials within the agency have told multiple news outlets that the policy led to a slower deployment of some FEMA resources, including urban search and rescue crews. So let me just ask you, did your policy delay some of the critical response resources?
Bitch, I'm going to sit here and look at you in the face and say, did Biden's policies delay anything for, let's see, there was Hawaii, North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Arizona. Did any of that shit? What FEMA was supposed to fucking do and never did under Biden's administration. Did their policies have an effect on that shit? Are you going to sit there and tell me that $700 per fucking household in Maui is enough aid? Meanwhile, their budget is $6-7 fucking billion. Where did that money go, ma'am? It wasn't spent on all those natural fucking disasters under Biden because every damn time you motherfuckers said you didn't have the money. So you want to talk about how policies delay? Let's talk about your failures because you covered that up.
We were also, funding 3 wars, so we couldn't possibly give our own people any money.
Right.
On the ground in Texas.
You know, those claims are absolutely false. Within just an hour or two after the flooding, we had resources from the Department of Homeland Security there helping those individuals in Texas. It was a heartbreaking scene. And I think it's been well covered about what the Coast Guard did, how they were deployed immediately and helped rescue so many individuals from those floodwaters. And we had Border Patrol down there with their tactical teams, and FEMA was there just within a few hours as well. So those claims are false. They're from people who won't put their name behind those claims. And those call centers were fully staffed and responsive. And this was the fastest, I believe, in years, maybe decades, that FEMA has been deployed to help individuals in this type of a situation.
Well, let's drill down a little bit. I know there were resources that were deployed, but I think the question revolves around, were all of the necessary resources?
There were resources deployed immediately, but were all of the necessary resources needed deployed immediately? I'm sorry, was that done in Maui? Was that done in California? Was that done in North Carolina? I mean, North Carolina's still kind of fucked up, ain't it?
Kinda? What about California? What about California where Gavin Newsom's now talking about buying up that property and making making affordable homes on it? What about that? What about that? Fuck. The news is fucking garbage.
I just straight up I'd have answered her questions and then called her the fuck out on all of this. I'd have snapped back on her hard. Bitch, you covered all this up. Let's talk about your cover-ups. Let's talk about your failures. Let's talk about how you sat there and said to the American people that the billions of dollars that they paid into federal emergency management was sent over goddamn seas instead of set here in America where it belongs because it's an emergency here in the homeland. Let's talk about how you covered that up so we can keep funding this fucking war that we never should have been in with Ukraine in the first goddamn place. Let's talk about that. Oh, you don't want to talk about that? Maybe reform your next question.
Deployed. According to reports, multiple FEMA officials said you didn't approve the deployment of these FEMA search and rescue teams until Monday, which was 72 hours after the floods started.
Nope, they were deployed immediately as soon as they were requested. And I think what matters the most here is what the local officials on the ground say and what their feedback is. You know, I was there that very morning, and that afternoon when the flooding was happening, and was with those emergency responders right away, with the governor, with Jim Kidd, who's running the state's response.
So was Chip
And
Roy.
every one of them will tell you that they got everything that they needed when they asked for it immediately, and that they've never seen a federal government respond in support of a state's management of a disaster situation like this. So those claims, I don't know who's making them out of FEMA. And because FEMA has been incredibly responsive, we've had over 700 different employees engaged right in Texas. And as soon as that disaster request was put in, forwarded to the White House and approved within hours.
Well, when was the request put in?
When she killed that dog.
You waited 72 hours. Oh, bitch. She was there immediately.
When she killed that dog, did she have the fat from the dog put in her lips? Because her fucking lips are fucking huge. Hey, look, in remembrance of
there's
Fido.
some filler going on. You know, you got to remove some of them lines. You are getting up there in age, right?
Oof. Oof. Oh, boy.
I just can't stand that little Botox look, though.
Yeah, I know.
But I also can't stand... You know what really bothers me about Kristen Welker?
Who?
Kristen Welker, this bitch right here in the purple suit.
The fact that you don't know what she is? You can't tell if she's black, Asian, Indian, fucking Hawaiian.
I don't even care about that.
She's Aboriginal.
It's the same reason that Caitlin Collins gets under my fucking skin. Just by her very look, she ain't even got to say shit. Because their head is fucking square. When you look at them straight on, the only rounded edge is the top of their head. Everything else is squared the fuck off.
Bro, I want to see her first thing in the morning, see what she looks like.
It's like an anime character. Oh, goddamn. Medusa looking motherfucker right there. It's like an anime character. You know how they draw anime characters squares head square? It's like that in real life. The only thing rounded is the top of their head. It's fucking weird.
And her eyes are always like, well, why didn't you tell me FEMA was there 72? Who fucking, she said, who told you that? Well, she said, whoever told you that was fucking wrong.
Jesus Christ. All right.
And when did you approve it? And is this accurate that there's this $100,000 sign-off?
The $100,000 sign-off is for every contract that goes through the Department of Homeland Security.
So you did implement
that's
that policy.
It's an accountability on contracts that go forward, but there was no break in contracts. Those contracts were approved as soon as they were in front of me, and FEMA knew they were fully to deploy the instant that the local officials asked for the request.
When did you get the request for these search and rescue teams and other resources?
They were immediately responded.
What
yes,
day?
And everyone will tell you.
According to
oh my God. Oh my God. What time? What specific? What seconds? Was it 7:52 and 49 seconds? Oh, you lied. Our source said it was 7:51 and 42 seconds. Oh my God. This is why this is why I can't stand reporters. That's why I can't stand fucking reporters.
I'd have called her out on her shit. Just stop
and
playing
I don't
fucking
understand
softball with these people.
I know. You're right. You're right. I'm sick and tired of them just giving fucking middle of the road answers.
Well, it's not the middle of the road answers. It's the way they're asking the questions. They try to frame it in a way that if you admit to it, you're fucked. But if you deny it, you're fucked. Every fucking time. Instead of just asking the question straight down the fucking middle, you try to frame it in a way that no matter what, it can be clipped out and taken out of fucking context. Because my words to her would have been straight just the way I presented it that way. I'd have answered the question and say, let's talk about your failures. You don't want to do that? Reform your next question. Because if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to take ownership for your shit, don't try to spin shit in any direction but the fucking truth.
How many times do you think her husband got that look from her when he was home and didn't take out the garbage or do the dishes like he was supposed to? Look at that face.
I guarantee you her husband does not put up with that shit. That's why she's so aggressive here.
Probably.
This is what I think.
She only does this to women. When she's talking to men, she keeps it, unless it's Trump, of course. But when she's actually talking to men, she will be a little bit aggressive, a little bit combative, but not like this. She only does this to women.
I think is really unfortunate is that we have a situation where so many individuals are playing politics with what happened to Texas. And the governor and the emergency responders on the ground, the mayor of that city, the judge in that county who has some authority over emergency response, every one of them said, as soon as we asked for help, they were here. The federal government was here. And we didn't just deploy FEMA. We deployed our Coast Guard and BORTAC teams. Border Patrol was amazing.
Yes.
Every single agency that we had was there helping as many individuals as we possibly could. And that's what I think is remarkable. It's a very different response, I think, from the federal government we've ever seen in a disaster like this, because...
Take your fucking claws out, Noem. Stop playing this be friendly to the press shit. That's what Trump got. That's what got Trump elected in the first goddamn place.
Yep.
The first fucking time that motherfucker went into office, he told us the way it was. Just straight up. We knew where he was coming from and why he fucking believed it, why he said it, even though he said it in a stupid ass fucking way. He said it the stupid ass fucking way that every common man understands. That's what got his ass elected in the first place. So why the fuck can't you take your claws out?
Exactly, Jonah. The media today tries to be first, not right, in reporting news. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
they don't want to give you the
said-
information. They want to spin a narrative to make it all fucking look bad just to gain favor in somebody's fucking pocket.
Jennifer O'Connell said that she went into surgery at 6:15 on Wednesday morning. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. Well, we hope for a speedy recovery, Jen.
Yeah. We'll entertain you while you got that going on.
Hopefully.
We had so many different agencies immediately responding, and that's the way that it should be.
I do want to talk big picture in just a moment, but the New York Times is
Unless
reporting
it's
that
brain
thousands
surgery.
of calls from flood victims to FEMA call centers went unanswered in the middle of this ongoing disaster because you didn't renew contracts to keep call center staff in place until nearly 1 week after the floods. Why did it take so long to extend those contracts?
It's just false. Those contracts were in place. Nobody.
It didn't take 5 days?
No employees were off of work. Every one of them.
Why don't you do some fucking reporting? Why don't you do some journalism?
It took you a week. It took you a week to put call centers in place for this. Why? That's just wrong.
Didn't you just? Why wouldn't you just go and do some fucking your job? Why wouldn't you go and do your job? But no, you're not going to do your job. You're going to sit there and accuse her because of a third party source said something.
You know, here's the fucked up thing, though. That's one thing that we have never heard come out of Texas from either side.
What, that took 5 days to get the call centers?
Relief aid was there on fucking site, ready to go. And they're saying, oh, it took you 72 hours to do. Nope, that shit was there. There's nothing they can fucking argue about with this. Relief aid was there. Anything and everything that they could do, they are doing immediately. I will say that is impressive, and not a damn thing out of Texas has you didn't see anything coming from Texas like you did with North Carolina, with them blowing away relief aid from everybody that was just pitching shit in, trying to get shit going and helping out. You didn't see that. Those motherfuckers were welcomed.
Yeah, not only that, Texans were helping each other. And you didn't see anybody stopping them from helping each other.
Right. The way it should be.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the difference? Let's talk about the difference. You refused to let actual Americans help out Americans in North Carolina, but yet you're sitting here bitching and complaining because the federal government and Texans helped out Texans as soon as shit went down.
And thousands of calls from a call center. Well, no, that's not true. Well, why are people saying that then?
You know why she's saying that? Because they had to put emergency funding into call centers so these motherfuckers could work overtime that was not budgeted. And it took them a week to say, yeah, just spend that money, we'll reimburse you. That's what she's talking about. The funding for people to go on overtime so they could sit there and take these fucking calls from Texas. The funding had to be emergency approved, and it took a week to do so. That is what she is saying. But she can't say it in that way because, hey, it took you a week to go ahead and pay for everybody's overtime after they had already paid for it. Why is that? And then the audience would be like, you're a dumb bitch. Yeah, that would be a billable thing. That's how business fucking... No, the audience would catch on as she did that. But it took you a week to get call centers going. Now, how did she get call centers going? By paying them the unapproved fucking overtime by company standards that they did not have budget for. They paid them to cover that. You gotta fucking love this, man.
So false reporting, fake news, and it's discouraging. It's discouraging that during this time when we have such a loss of life and so many people's lives have turned upside down, that people are playing politics with this because the response time was immediate. And if you talk to anyone in Texas that was there, that was a part of this operation, they would say the federal government and President Trump immediately responded.
Just to be very clear, on July 7th, 15.9% of calls were answered. I mean, does that concern you that only 15% of calls were answered? These are people.
You mean when the shit immediately fucking happened and people were calling off the fucking rails about the shit, which nobody had any kind of extra staffing for because it just fucking happened? Huh. I'm sorry. I've worked at a lot of call centers, including a Boeing call center. we'd always have staff going on for what we projected would be that reason. If they had something going heavy, we'd staff extra fucking people. If we knew something was going on. If a server went down somewhere, that's something we're not prepared for. We're not going to have people on the fucking clock, extra staffs for all these fucking dumbass calls because motherfuckers are calling in to report something that we already know. We're not going to have that staffing for that. So that 15% at the moment this shit's going the fuck on and people are like, hey, help us the fuck out. You're going to complain about that? 15% is fucking awesome. I'm not going to lie. In a call center area like that, 15% of all calls for one situation being caught, the moment the situation happens, is an incredible fucking record. That means these motherfuckers were able, from the first few calls, to put this together to say, yes, this is fucking happening. Let's keep track.
And not for nothing. People down south love to talk. They're not exactly quick with some of the things that they talk about. So, you know, a lot of people calling on the hotline or whatever, FEMA's hotline, were probably just fucking babbling about how they need to get out, and you know how people are.
Oh yeah.
They become the most important thing when it's for them. So yeah, so they probably kept them on the phone for a while and they couldn't get to all the calls. And by the way, you ever call a government agency before? How many fucking prompts you have to hit till you get to somebody?
And that's not included in the call time.
No.
So once you get to that prompt, your estimated wait time is this. All that other shit that you got to that point doesn't matter.
In a desperate state, FEMA often the first call that they make. Only 15% were answered on July 7th, several days after the floods.
These contracts were in place and those people were in those call centers and they were picking up the phone and answering these calls from these individuals. So that report needs to be...
You know what she's trying to do, right? She's trying to make it look like, you know, Trump's firing all these people. So, so Trump got rid of all these people. So what's going to happen when somebody needs the Department of Education for something? What about the FBI? We don't have enough people at the FBI, you know, so something happens and now it's, you know, Trump's fault because, you know, we don't have enough people at the call center. It's Trump's. That's what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. I'm going to tell you this.
When Dell took over the Boeing contract that I worked on, these motherfuckers actually said, we had two different departments. There was travel and expense, and there was just technical, right? Level 1, 2, 3 with anything technical. I was trying to go in as technical, but I got pulled over in travel and expense because I was one of the first crews, right? First people to come in. We had 60 fucking people budgeted for travel and expense in Nashville and 60 in Round Rock, Texas. 1 year later, we had 432.
Each or just total?
Total.
Jesus.
We went from 120 to 432 because of the amount of calls we had about people's credit cards. I understand 100% when you're taking that and you got people, you're running with that because that's what that's what you got budgeted. That's what's going on. That's the way everything's supposed to run. Never mind your 2-hour wait times. It doesn't fucking matter. And then all of a sudden something like that happens and you increase your call times, your wait times, your input tenfold.
Tony Hay makes a good point too. FEMA in East Palestine, Ohio, or Tennessee compared to Texas. Joe Biden didn't even go to Palestine for how long? 2 weeks?
And the people, a week after East Palestine, these people went in and came back saying they got sick from the shit. Meanwhile, the residents can go right the fuck back in because there ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I gave a shout out at the after party. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate you, Tony Hay.
Tony Hay Tony Hay member for 3 months. As Rob would say, a 3-month-old baby.
Oh, no. We're past the first trimester.
Oh, we're past it. That's right. I'm sorry. Tony's past the first trimester. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you, Tony.
It's not a clump of cells anymore.
accurate, and I'm not sure where it came from. And the individuals who are giving you information out of FEMA, I'd love to have them put their names behind it, because the anonymous attacks to politicize this situation is completely wrong. I care. These emergencies need to be conducted exactly how President Trump handled this one. It was that the local responders are the ones.
Oh, there you go. Hit it up.
Tony Hay with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much, Tony Hay. We love the fuck out of you. What about me received one? Bill Machetto. Marchetto? Welcome, Bill. Code Red. Villa Platt. Mastodon Nuts. Don Knotts. It was a great.
Mastodon Nuts. Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
We're going to get back into the membership again. Like, we had to take a pause on the
It was only one. It was one
week.
day. It was one day to play a movie.
Yeah. But we have to do that on Rumble. But anyway.
Yeah. It was a good idea. A lot of people liked it.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. And I still say it's still tracking, though. The vague hints, the vague points and everything, it's still tracking.
Response. The state comes in and manages it, and then the federal government comes in and supports it. And as soon as Texas asked for anything, we were there.
Just very quickly, I mean, disasters often cost millions, if not billions of dollars. You've acknowledged there is this policy you implemented to sign off on contracts that exceed $100,000. Why add extra red tape when there is a crisis of this magnitude?
I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Watch her fucking face, dude, and tell me if you
look at her face now.
No, it's not even that. Just watch this bitch's face and tell me, is it just me? Do you get irrationally angry just looking at this bitch?
Quickly, I mean, disasters often cost millions, if not billions of dollars. You've acknowledged there is this policy you implemented to sign off on contracts that exceed $100,000. Why add extra red tape when there is a crisis of this magnitude?
It's not extra red tape. It's making sure everything is getting to my level.
Why add this extra red tape to go ahead and say, yeah, we approve these emergency funds to pay for overtime for call centers? What do you mean by extra red tape? I honestly believe Kristi Noem doesn't really know where she's trying to go with these questions. I honestly believe that, because the look on her face, she's just like, bitch, what are you talking about?
The news media the news readers are millionaires and are out of fucking touch.
No, it's not only that. No. Check it out. I'm sorry. These anchors, there's no way in fuck these anchors and shit. You can sit here and say that they don't know what the fuck's going on. You see these things that are actually happening. You see what's going on and everywhere else, but yet you get in front of a TV and you read a teleprompter that says the exact opposite of what you know to be fucking true because you see it everywhere else. I'm sorry. You cannot sit here and say that she's just out of touch with reality. No, this bitch is actively trying to fuck shit up. Cameras are gonna up.
You froze. There you go.
You froze.
You froze.
You froze the entire.
I think she.
Oh, no, I did. It was on me.
I think she's out of touch. I think she just reads whatever on the card that's in front of her, and she doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, there ain't no fucking way you can sit here and tell me that Jake Tapper didn't know about Biden's mental decline until he wrote a fucking book about it. You can't sit there and tell me that Joe Scarborough didn't know about Biden's mental decline until he visited the White House. No, there's no fucking way you can tell me these people didn't know.
But you're making my point, though. They know, but they're just news readers, and they're gonna read whatever's on the fucking teleprompter.
And they know, but they still read those fucking lies. They still go in here to spew this shit to every single dumbass motherfucker that still listens to this dog shit. They know, and they still do it just for money.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about grift? There's your fucking grift, America. Mainstream fucking media. There's a lot of people like us that actually do grift. I get you. But the biggest fucking grift was mainstream media, because there ain't no goddamn way Kristen fucking Welker, this dumbass retard, doesn't know she's a fucking retard, but she gets paid millions of fucking dollars to be a retard. Welcome to your news media.
This is true.
Level, and that it's immediately responded to. This was not slowed down at all. In fact, it was much more responsive. If you remember,
The federal
I was
government,
there.
Tony
I
Hay.
was standing right there.
The groups
long
that want to
before
tell
this
you
report ever came
that
out,
you're
and was,
shit.
people were asking, and we were granting permission in real time. So the false reporting has been something
turn
that
off my camera for a sec.
is inappropriate, and it's something that I think we need to clear up, and that this response was by far the best response we've seen out of FEMA, the best response we've seen out of the federal government in many, many years, and certainly much better than what we saw under Joe Biden.
Two more quick ones on FEMA, then we need to get to deportation. Senator Elizabeth Warren is calling for you to resign. Your response, is there any chance you would resign?
No,
Pocahontas?
there's not, and I hadn't heard that, but, I don't care what she thinks.
Very quickly, we have heard President Trump, we have heard you say that ultimately FEMA needs to be eradicated. We heard the tone shift a bit this week. Bottom line, Madam Secretary, will the president move to eradicate FEMA altogether?
Before you hear her answer, FEMA has given billions upon billions of fucking dollars overseas, and then all of a sudden, natural disasters spark up and increase in frequency here in the homeland. And they told you they didn't have a goddamn dime for you. And yet this bitch is going to sit here and say, roll it the fuck back.
No, I think.
And then we'll hear her answer.
For you to resign. Your response, is there any chance you would?
I don't care what she thinks.
Very quickly, we have heard President Trump, we have heard you say that ultimately FEMA needs to be eradicated. We heard the tone shift a bit this week. Bottom line, Madam Secretary, will the president move to eradicate FEMA altogether?
No, I think the president recognizes that FEMA should not exist the way that it always has been. It needs to be redeployed in a new way, and that's what we did during this response. If you saw, it's not just FEMA that can respond in these situations. The federal government has all kinds of assets, and we deployed them. The Coast Guard coming in and saving individuals with their rescue swimmers, with their helicopters. They had fixed-wing aircraft deployed as well. Border Patrol with their BORTAC teams, and now we've got also some dog teams that are down there helping with recovery efforts, and then FEMA alongside of them helping people setting up shelters, deploying supplies. It was all immediate, and
What
that's
FEMA's
what the president wants
be?
to do is empower these states to run their emergency, and we come in and support them. And immediately,
What up,
when those
Sower?
requests were made, they were approved and deployed.
Hold on.
I just want to be very clear.
What up,
when we
Armor?
move-
Armor.
I mean, we've spent all of
she's
our...
not. She's not the head of the DOJ or Homeland Security. So she didn't deport anybody.
No. Kristi
So-
Noem is... Yeah, that would actually have been under... It isn't Pam Bondi. But if you want to go that route, if you really want to go there, okay, cool. I understand our taxpayer dollars coming for that. Poor kid with stage 4 cancer. I understand helping that kid out. But the question becomes, who pays for that? Me as an American taxpayer, right? Okay. So tell me why me as an American taxpayer should pay for every single person that comes through the border, whether legally or illegally. Why should my taxpayer dollars pay for them?
Before even actually, or before an actual American or American who fought for this country.
Right. Beyond that, why should my taxpayer dollars go to them, They're already feeding into our system. They're already working. They're already doing everything that they're supposed to do. But why should my emergency relief or anything else you want to do, save for healthcare, be going to somebody who is not a citizen of this country? Once you are a citizen of this country, have at it. We will treat you just like we treat everybody else. And you will get fucked along the way just like we all do. But why should I be fucked even further for somebody who doesn't belong here? And that's the difference between us and you. You talk about undocumented as everybody who overstayed a visa, or everybody who came here legally in the first place and just said, fuck the process, who cares, I'm here. Hey, I get you. It's the American fucking way. But you didn't become an American before you took the American fucking way. You spent 20, 30 fucking years, multiple generations, leeching off of our system because we didn't care. Why did we not care? Hey, check this the fucking out. The government told you when women got the actual right to go to fucking work and join the workforce, the government told you not to have a kid until you were stable in your career. Then, once that happened, the government told you, kill your kids in the womb. Then once that happened, and that still didn't go far enough, they told you to sterilize your children after they were born. To a point to where in 1995, we had literally like 3.6 people coming into the workforce for every person leaving. Now, from birth decline, because if you track the generations, look it up, actually Google these things, the generations have decreased by a sizable amount until people like us, millennials, are now to around 50 million, but the generation after us is 40 million. We've lost 10 million per generation. We didn't gain, we lost that. Because the government told you to do all that shit and you fucking did it. And now, because our economy needs fucking people, what are we doing? Oh, you ain't having kids. Pump the fucking country full of people. Illegals, legal, however you want to do it. Just get them in the... Because they told you to kill yourself. Do you see the fucking problem? I got a goddamn document to prove it from the United Nations back in 2000, where they were actually taking numbers from 1995, where they were seeing this decrease, knowing it was going to happen because the Planned Parenthoods that were popping up every fucking place and all that shit. They knew what that was going to do, but it didn't happen fast enough. And now they're telling you to sterilize your children from this gender affirming care that if you do absolutely nothing, 64 to 95%, and I'm sure if you look it up now, that margin will grow smaller. 64 to 95% of them grow out of it if you do absolutely fucking nothing. But they're telling you just because a child steps his foot inside his mother's high heels, he's transgender, cut his dick off. Tell me that's not fucked up in any way.
It's fucked up in a lot of ways.
We have spent the entire YouTube on just this part, but
President no longer
I told you we're bringing you a lot.
But what you're saying is to overhaul FEMA, but not eradicate it altogether.
I think he wants it to be remade so that it's an agency that is new in how it deploys and supports states.
Let me get your reaction. A federal judge in Los Angeles temporarily blocked ICE raids in Southern California, saying that federal agents cannot target people without reasonable suspicion and using factors like skin color, the language that people speak. Will you comply with the judge's order?
Oh, wait. Be the one said sorry. So Biden took over 3 weeks to visit East Palestine. It took, I think Trump was the first with water. Yeah, Trump went first, and then the only reason why Biden went was because Trump went.
Yep. Yeah, he was there. What? It was even days after,
like
almost a week after Trump.
Yeah, it was like a week after Trump went, and then everybody was like, "Why is Trump there? What is he doing there? Why is he there? He's not the president. He shouldn't be there."
But Biden wasn't even going to. Nobody was even going to help them because nobody in the fucking Biden administration wanted anything to do with East Palestine until Trump went. That's when fucking Secretary Booty Juice went.
Yeah,
that's when everybody else
Booty
fucking
Juice was the
went.
first one there.
And that's, by the way, that's in Biden's own fucking words, Secretary Booty Juice. So go suck a dick.
He does.
I mean, he does. But I'm telling everybody else to.
Absolutely, but we've never done that. We've never done that. What we have always done is built a case and done investigative work in who we go after and who we target. And so this judge is ridiculous in the fact that he put forward a decision like this. We will appeal it and we will win it because over and over again, when our ICE officers are out there getting the worst of the worst off of our streets, they're using the investigative backgrounds and information that they have from either criminal records or what they have for charges or individuals who are breaking our federal laws that need to be brought to justice.
Madam Secretary, Tom Home and the White House border czar said as much this week. He told Fox News that physical appearance was a factor in detaining individuals. What do you...
I'm sorry. Hold up. By looking at somebody, I can tell if they're not supposed to be in this country. And normally, I'm right.
And not for nothing.
Sometimes I'm just like, holy shit, dude, you look like you're Guatemalan, 100%. But you speak perfect fucking English. It turns out you've already been here for a while, so I eat shit, and I'm glad to eat shit on that shit, but I will tell you that more often than not, I'm right.
Do they really want us to think? This is how stupid they think they think you are. They really want us to think that these ICE officers are going out there, no photos, no names, no information on them whatsoever,
and just looking at people's skin color.
Yeah, and grabbing them and taking them in. Yeah, they just say, "Hey, you spoke Spanish." Yeah, there are some retards that go, "My neighbors are speaking Spanish. I think they're Mexican." Yeah, of course, you have stupid people like that.
Right.
But for the most part, the people that they're going and grabbing aren't people that they just went Spanish. Let's take them in. They're not speaking English. They're speaking Hindi. Take them in.
This dude don't look like he's from the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's walking in the white. He's walking in the white neighborhoods. He's a Mexican in the white neighborhoods. Get him. He's mowing somebody's lawn. Go get him.
There ain't no fucking way they doing that shit. But,
by the way, when we're talking about East Palestine, we're talking about East Palestine, Ohio, not East Palestine in Gaza, guys.
What up, Wes?
You say to those who hear that and say that is racial profiling.
The facts of how we do our investigations and our casework and what ICE officers are doing today is they're going out there and building a case just like other law enforcement officers do. They're going out there and doing the investigative work, gathering the information to decide.
Armor? Most of us are not. Most of America is not.
By the way,
take a look at what happened with BLM.
They're not just taking Mexicans in.
No. They're taking every single person. It's not just Mexicans. I don't understand your fascination with, this deportation. It's all Mexicans. Like, that's a fucking thing. That would mean you were racist, right? Because you believe all the legal immigrants are Mexican? I mean, we got people from all over the goddamn country that flooded our fucking borders for years. And you're sitting here saying because they came through the Mexican border, they're all Mexican? That's fucking racist, is it not?
Not only that, just because they're kind-loving people, caring people, doesn't mean that they're not doing illegal things fucking, there's a lot of people.
I mean, just by
here.
crossing the border without even going through the process, that isn't illegal. So the first act of getting into this country was breaking our laws, and you expect to stay. Fuck you. I'm sorry. You're leeching off of our system, and you have no intention of being us, but you expect to stay just because. How fucked up is that? What other country that doesn't have this immigration problem right now, what other country around the world allows that to happen where you can just walk up into their fucking country, take everything from them, you pay your little sales tax, it's not income tax because you can't pay income tax, you pay sales tax though because you gotta buy shit. So you do pay in, but you're still leeching more off of us than you pay in, all while doing this illegally in the first fucking place. Go through the system, do it legally, keep up with the shit, keep up with the visas, keep up with the goddamn your appointments, keep up with everything, become an American citizen, and then be a piece of shit. Nobody cares then. Welcome to the fucking club. But if you want to be a piece of shit before being an American citizen, why the fuck are you here? Be a piece of shit in your own country.
By the way, Armor, I don't know if you were here or watched the video. The people in Mexico are now protesting Americans being in Mexico.
Yes.
And they're doing the same shit.
They're telling you to get the fuck out because their prices are going up because you're there. But you as an American citizen, demand them to stay here, but you can't go to their house.
Yeah, and by the way, Jesus has nothing to do with this. Jesus had, you're talking about laws. Jesus had his own laws. They were called the 10 Commandments. So he had laws too. So don't fucking sit there.
If you don't have Jesus in your life, you hate, and your heart is racist. I don't think you understand where the fuck you are right now. I am the only, me, my wife, are the only white people in a black neighborhood that we made safe by putting cameras up everywhere and not allowing the degeneracy and the fucking drugs being sold in any corner allowed in this area anymore. Nobody fucks around on our street because they know goddamn well everybody looks out for everybody. And I'm the white person that allowed this street to be safe in a black neighborhood. So you can go fuck yourself about your racist goddamn comments and how everybody else can do this and do that. Suck a fucking dick, bow down, kiss some fucking feet because you're a pathetic piece of shit. And I say this with all fucking hatred in my heart because bring me full screen. You are saying, as a white person, everybody else is a piece of shit. You are saying, as a white person, you look down on everybody else. You are saying you are better than everybody else because if you call out some bullshit, you must be racist, right? Because you're a white person. You are literally saying calling out the inferior part of some other culture is bad. Some other skin color is bad because you are superior in every fucking way. To sit here and call me fucking racist for pointing out something that is disparaging, as in 6% of a population that makes up 13% of this country actually causes 50% of all violent crimes. Somehow that's fucking racist, right? Stop your bullshit. We're done with it.
I mean, if that didn't get you hot, I mean, it says the same. He says, Amor says, same thing that allow our lovely president's parents to America and Melania and her parents, right?
So you mean to fucking tell me that she comes here, she actually does the legal process? Yeah, she gets fast-tracked because she's got some rich motherfuckers backing her. Cool. Maybe we should fix that disparity. I get you, 100%. But she comes here legally, and pops out a fucking kid from an American fucking parent, and y'all want to deport them for doing it the fucking right goddamn way? I don't understand you. You want these illegals to sit here for low fucking wages because they can't fucking pay into the system. If they did, they'd be fucked. You want them picking your goddamn cotton, motherfucker.
Well,
I'm sorry, that's your fucking rules, right? As a matter, no, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it.
Cleaning your toilets and baking your fruit.
You need to look at this fucking channel to know what you're getting into. It's not conservative. It's common goddamn fucking sense. What the fuck? Okay.
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. Where is the full screen? Fuck it.
Up top.
Kelly Osbourne said this.
Kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
What about when Nadler said this?
And we need immigrants in this country. Forget the fact that the farm, that our vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many immigrants, many illegal immigrants.
Wasn't long ago, Becca Belen said this.
If we don't have avenues for people to come here legally to work or to build a home here, I'm going to be really clear right now. We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
And Representative Torres here.
These are the people that are our child care providers. These are the people that are cleaning our hotel rooms, where these ICE agents, by the way, are staying. These are the people that are cooking our food. These are our nurses. These are our teachers, our school principals. So we have to look at the humanity.
And nobody forget America's favorite pug face bitch.
The President of the United States benefited financially and personally by having a broken immigration.
I want to say this while this is playing. Absolutely fucking nobody caught how this bitch says the president benefited financially by having illegal immigration, and then his donors benefit by kicking them the fuck out. Isn't that a contradictory goddamn statement in of itself? How can you benefit from something and then get a kickback or whatever the fuck you want to talk about when you get rid of what you benefit from?
System that keeps our immigrant neighbors in a broken system that doesn't allow them to come out of the shadows. Why? Because that's cheap labor. Let's be honest. They're arresting dishwashers, people at Home Depot at work, and their donors benefit.
And if that's not...
He benefits from having illegal immigration, but raiding them the fuck out, his donors benefit from it. What?
Not a big enough kick in the nuts. Here you go.
The food that you eat and the home that you live in was probably brought to you by someone who is an immigrant. The Made in America for Americans tagline, yeah, it's actually made by immigrants. Not only are these mass ICE deportations going to result in a tax revenue loss of over $1 trillion every single year, get ready to wait longer at your favorite.
I love that part. I love that part. It's going to kill the economy. Like, it's not going to pick back up by people going into these fucking jobs?
Yeah, like Americans.
You're acting like if you cut them out right the fuck now, it will never ever be filled ever the fuck again by anybody.
Hey, you remember that those new Medicaid and SNAP rules, right?
Right.
Those new Medicaid and SNAP rules where you have to work at least 80 hours. Guess who can go and pick the fruit and the weed and clean toilets?
It's not going to be kids.
Neighborhood restaurant. You're going to see a shortage in Uber and Lyft drivers, delivery order people, and you are going to see prices for meat, seafood, dairy, and produce all go up at your grocery store.
Black people, you're no longer the slave class here in America. That's the illegals this time. They want free or cheap labor from immigrants for jobs that you won't do yourself. Or so they say. The party that created the KKK, the party that wanted slavery before Civil War, same party that wants these illegal immigrants now for cheap slave labor. Party never changed.
Yep.
3 minutes.
And you know what? Yeah, we're going to hit that here soon. We'll finish off. You know what? That was a month ago. Davey.
Yeah.
When they've been raiding these places and they've been kicking the illegals out, what has been happening? American citizens are coming in, like that plant in Utah. What was it, a chicken plant or something like that in Utah that literally saw people lined up across the fucking block to sign up for that shit because they literally raided the entire plant and the entire plant was illegal. So they had a lot of fucking openings to keep going. I guess what? You gotta hire American citizens now, right? Mm-hmm. That's happening every fucking where. And y'all are sitting here screaming like it's your pussies are hurt for the fact that you are getting actual jobs that you're complaining about that you don't have jobs. Your pussies are hurt because you're getting fucking jobs. This is amazing. Y'all are fucking dumb.
Hey, Armor, do you read past the headlines?
Never.
No.
Never.
No. Yeah, I mean,
you know what? Where is it? We're gonna go after this. What is it? Native. And you're gonna say, oh, this is Fox News. Every bit of fucking evidence backs it the fuck up. Where is it? Native-born workers. Oh, they're trying to bury it, aren't they? Look at that. Increase traffic into natives. No. Where the fuck is it? I know we showed that. I know we showed it already. Native-born workers rise. Yeah, here we go. We can just use AI for this. The number of U.S.-born workers increased by 830,000 from May to June. And this figure is over 2 million higher at the beginning of the second Trump administration in January 2025.
Here you go.
Foreign-born workers decreased. Native-born workers increased at an exponential fucking level. Go ahead.
No, this is what it says. June's job reports reveals massive shift. Foreign-born workers down 384K in June, down 543K since January. Native-born workers up 830K in June, 2 million since January. This is one of the largest U.S.-born employment gains in recent years. Labor and political conditions are finally favoring domestic labor.
And what happens when you keep that money in your country instead of sending it everywhere else? Oh, that's right. Your wages increase, the cost of living goes the fuck down because the money keeps circulating in your own fucking pocket instead of the entire goddamn world's pocket.
Oh, and I heard from a realtor that we're going to have the opposite of what happened during 2020, 2021, where interest rates were going up and home prices were going up. And then, so now they're saying that it's the inverse is coming. Housing prices are going to go down, and so is the interest rates. So more people will be able to afford.
I hope you come on over to Rumble. Because this is fucking fun. Smacking your asses around like this because you motherfuckers don't go past the goddamn headlines. You don't think past anything. You don't read, you don't listen, and you damn sure don't pay attention. But, ladies and gentlemen, I gave you that link. We went a little bit over, but it's time to go. You got 3 minutes.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Hold